What's up guys, Nene8001 here, and I got a new series. I'm going to make a series about, or it's going to be me building towns because I'm going to make a kingdom. Here's what I built today. I'm not keeping this one, this is just practice. I want you guys tell me if you think this is a good texture pack, and maybe some hints and tips on maybe what you think I did wrong that I could have fixed. But anyways, as you can see right here, I built this. I decided to make the video afterwards, so I was just going to practice, but then I figured out I may as well make a video. So first, I noticed the walls were kind of bare, so I decided to put a little bit of extra type of decorations into them. As you can see, I'm cutting out the shapes right now. It's kind of like when I made all the inside of it before it's all decorated and stuff, because I just my brother's server, if you watched my 25 subscriber special, I made a big castle, and that kind of gave me some inspiration. Like, we've been running around the world building stuff. Well, I want to kind of make stuff too, so I wanted to, you know, do a big build and maybe eventually open it up to a server, but for now it's just for a big build. And there you can see it's the basic shape of it, and I did this almost all the way around. There's just two sides that it didn't work for some reason. I don't really know 100%. Oh yeah, it was because the dirt was too high and it really just looked weird if I were to cut it out, so that's why I just kind of left them all the same way. And I did put nether brick fences throughout the build, so kind of accenting it. And then here I'm doing some terraforming to make a bridge coming from the front door all the way down to ground level, where it'll eventually meet up to that dock you saw if you looked in the background before. So getting a little terraforming done. Here it's finishing up. And then I get the blocks ready for the bridge build here in a couple seconds. There we go. I made it 3 wide, and I just kind of made a little bridge and drew up better. This was just kind of practice and see how fast it helped me to build, and I figured I recorded it for, I don't know, I think a couple of hours, but some of that time I wasn't doing anything, so it does take me about an hour and a half. But I guess it would take me 2 hours with the castle, maybe a little bit longer, to build this build that you're seeing right now. As soon as it's done, it should. But there's, in the buildings in the town, there's really not that many, so to do a complete build like this, it'd probably take me a good 3-4 hours to do a really good build by myself, and I do plan on doing it all by myself. I don't want to have any help with it. But then, oh yeah, I did put water under this bridge. You should be able to see. I think I recorded it. But I'm not really good at these voiceovers, if you can't tell. Excuse me. I don't really know what's going on. Whoa, that was way off. And I just put some supports here and there. And then I ended up coming back and doubling them up like that. I don't know why I kept destroying it, because I did end up coming back and doubling it up because it looked like it was kind of crappy. So it looked all spindly, and it's like, how is that going to support anything? But then I came back and I did this, and it looked better. And then I think after that, if you see, after I get the water in place, it should look even better. The reason I kind of use this for practice, I spawned in the world and I put large biomes because I want it to be big and not have to worry about conflicting biomes looking weird together. But this spot, it was a good spot to build, but all around it there's a jungle, as you can see in the distance. Then to the left right now there was another jungle, and there was a snow biome, and then there was a swamp biome all right next to it. I wouldn't mind the swamp or plains next to it, or mountain, but like the jungle and the snow, it's like that kind of throws me off, and those are the 2 biomes I usually don't build in. Jungle being the least when I'm doing like castle builds. I don't, just for some reason they don't really match up to me. But anyways, what I had a plan is, if I do end up putting this on a server, I'm not saying I'm going to, but if I did, what I would do is I'd make each individual castle. You'd have to do quests for the king, which would be me, and I'd be living in the main city, which I'm going to be building. And what it's going to be is you do quests, and I'm going to scatter stuff all around for quests and stuff like that. I don't even care if there's not going to be anything, but then after that you earn your kingship and you'll get a city, and some people can work for you and earn your trust. And here you can see the water and stuff that I built. I'll start talking about the other stuff later. The water I put down, that took me forever just because it kept not cooperating. It still doesn't look that great, but again, I'm not keeping this. Now we went over and started working on the inn, and there you can see the framework is pretty much together there. Anyways, I'm going to be scattering kind of stuff around, and you can earn your kingship, and you can get people to work as subjects, and they'll be like houses. And here I'm putting the final touches in here, putting the door in. Then I start working on the decorations on the inside of the inn, like the tables and such. But anyways, you can have up to whatever, I think it's going to be 25 people in each town, but you don't have to have that many. And people can go and attack you and make you under siege and try and take you over, kind of thing. And if there's some plugins that can do it, I can also explain it in a further video when I'm actually doing it. But for now, until that it's going to happen, I'm not really going to, I don't know. I could explain it, but it really wouldn't make sense. All I'm saying is that you can earn in your castle, you can have people live with you in your castle, kind of like a kingdom. There's going to be set off land where you can mine resources, you can buy upgrades for your buildings so you can make them bigger, and do quests, and people can attack you, or you can attack them, or bandits might attack you, or whatever. That kind of thing. It's just going to be kind of like a roleplay series. Then I'm going to make an area where you can build and make your own like house and stuff like that. But I think a majority of it is going to be you pay me. There you can see the finished product. And then I built this house, and I did kind of the same design, except smaller on this fishing thing, because this would be like a fishing village. So this is where he catches a lot of the fish. And then that's just a regular house. And here I decided to do a path next because I couldn't really think of what else to do. But anyways, like I said, you can pay me and then you can add on to your land and tell me what you're going to build, and I can help you build it, is basically what it's going to be. Alright, next I moved on to a blacksmith. As you can see here, I laid the foundation, and now I'm putting the outline of the actual building. And then speeding it up here, I built some more. But anything you build would have to be approved by me, and it would be kind of slow, but it wouldn't, I don't know, and then I might eventually have moderators and stuff, but they'll be the only ones that can build new things, will be the moderators, and they can op you, whatever you want to call it, for a little bit so you can build and work on it. But other than that, it really will just be exclusively to me. Here you can see I'm filling the roof, and I got that window in there. Then I started making the foundation bigger because I realized I wanted to make a big forge. And there you can see it's finished forge. It's got the netherrack. I like it in the texture pack. It kind of looks like coal, and I'm putting in some regular stone bricks so it didn't all look cracked, so a little bit of variation. The buildings are small because I didn't really want to make them big, and when I do actually if I do make it a server, either way I'm going to make the buildings kind of small for a majority of it, because you can add on to them by paying me, like I said before. And here I'm laying out the foundation for another 3 or 4 buildings. They're all kind of the same, just different sizes. This one I think ended up being just a house, I believe. I'm not 100% sure. We'll just have to see when it comes to it. I'll remember here once I see the outside of it. I think it was just a house. And here you can see all 4 of the outlines. And there's the finished blacksmith and the path. And then I went in over here, and this is kind of like an apartment building type thing, but it's more like the miners live here, because they're going to need some miners to get the ores for the blacksmith. And that's one thing that I have a problem with, is how am I if I can do all these plugins to do all this other stuff, but how am I going to make it so they can only get certain ores, unless I have a mining destination for everybody to go to, but then it wouldn't be so authentic. But whatever. Here you can see I'm making the floors and putting up some torches, putting in the walls, and I use spruce wood because I figured, I don't know, it looks kind of dark, and I like that. I don't know, it's kind of what I was looking for in this build, is kind of darker and kind of, I don't know, run down kind of thing. There, you put the windows in, and if there is a village going to be this small on the if it does become a server, I'm just going to call it on the server. On the server, then it will be like a city-state type thing, and you can own a city-state before you can own like a big city. I will own the biggest city. It will be almost. You can challenge me to a siege, but I'm assuming I'd win because I'm gonna make it full of traps and stuff, and it's really not going to be possible unless like every single person on the server went against me, type of thing. And I probably wouldn't let it win. If you win anyways, I wouldn't let you take control because you take control of the whole server. But it'd be fun. Like, I'd do it. It'd be fun. I'm not going to say it wouldn't be. And here I think this is that house that I was building. And I do believe it was just a house. We'll see by what I put in there. Yeah, it's just a house. But anyways, that's kind of my plan for the server, if I do that. It'll be city-states, cities, and maybe even villages and like bandit camps, and you can join bandits or whatever. I think here now I moved on. This is like the guard tower, like for the city town watch type thing. I wasn't really sure what to make it at first, and then I figured, you know what, I need some town watch. There can be like 5 guards stationed here and 5 guards with the king at all times. I think altogether in this village there's a total of about 25 people that could live here, counting the 5 guards with the king and the 5 guards without. Like they could just switch off guard duty. Here I put the cobblestone in for the walls because I figured it'd be more castle-like and a little more secure for more tower, kind of like, because it's the king's building. Then I decided to put some insignias. Those are kind of the king's insignias, so that you knew who was in charge and who owned it. I put the support struts in the side, so it gave a little bit more depth and such things like that. And I went and put the stairs and made it look all nice. I put the top roof in there and added ladders and torches in the second floor. And I put the beds on the second floor and chests in the bottom floor for weapons. Excuse me. Here you can see I'm putting the beds in the second floor. Some chests at the bottom and a door. Some torches up for some lighting so the mobs don't spawn in there. Here now I'm moving, there you can see the support struts, and then there I'm moving on to, this would be like, this is the right building. It's like the commerce and trade. This person will be in charge of all the trade in the city. So like, say, oh, we need leather. Well, we don't make leather in this city. Well, you're gonna need some allies or have a decent trade, so you can get leather to make bookshelves and leather armor and stuff, and do all the important stuff you need with leather. But it'll be a lot of trading. So it'll be one person that's a trader, and he's in charge of negotiating all the trades and okaying them with the leader, that type of thing. So you want to elect a smooth talker type thing. So then I put his bed there. It's obviously, the building's going to be a little bit bigger than this, but just for this practice I decided not to. There you can see I got that done. Here's the completed town. Small little ocean or water village. And there's the kingdom. The bridge going out the front. Some water going down into the lake. Oh, and that building on the right is a guard tower. But there's the little front area. Overview of the whole area here. Little path leading to it. And here we go off onto another building adventure. So leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out my other videos. I'm sure you'll find something you like. Goodbye, everyone.